Bridge. So Adobe Bridge is one of the products that we use in this class, and you should use the one that is the most recent date. As of the video I'm making right now, it's Bridge 2021 that we're using in this class. Once you go and you photograph what you need and you bring your card in and you copy the photos into your documents folder, into a folder that is labeled correctly, let's say the week that we're working on or the project that we're working on. You have the photos here in the middle, and they're going to come in and you're going to have weird numbers and letters and codes at the bottom of them, and they should all be JPEG, or they may be another file type called a CR2. For my demo today, they're JPEG. So when you see the pictures, so when you open up Bridge, you go to your documents where you saved the photos and you open up the folder, which I've already done here. And so all the photos will come in the middle here. And you can use arrows and you can go through them. You can also use the spacebar. And if you use the spacebar, it makes them full size. Now, my full size is outside of the video recording, so you're only seeing part of my photograph right now, but it is full size on the monitor. And you can keep those open. You can scroll through them back and forth if you would like. Again, it's cropping because of my monitor video screen recording program, but you get the general idea. So now, let's say that you want to sort through them and decide which ones you want and which ones you don't want. You can use the arrows below. The stars. So let's say you like this one, you can give it 1 star. You like this one, you give it a star. You can like whichever ones you want. So when they're full size, if you click on the space bar, it will be full screen size. And 1 through 5 are stars, and 6 through 9 are color labels. So you could click 8. It will give you a green label that you can see right there. You can later sort through pictures with certain labels or stars over here, which is really helpful if you have a lot of pictures to go through. Whenever you're in here and you select a photograph, over here on the right side you will see a preview of the photo, as well as metadata. Metadata is the information built into the photograph that tells me things like the size. This photo is 400 by 600 pixels. The ISO we'll talk about later. The shutter speed is right here. This is the aperture, the f number. We will talk all about those at a later date. It tells you the name of the file, if it was edited at all, when it was created, in this case July 23rd, and some other information as well. So all that information is over here. This setting information up here is very important for you to know it's here, because we're going to be using it again in class. So once you take the photos for whatever project you're working on, you can go in here and do some basic edits. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Once you select the photo you want to edit, you hit Command R. Command R. Or you can go here to, it's down here somewhere. It is. Maybe it's not. Let me look here. No, it's not. Just do Command R. And Command R will open up something called Camera Raw. So I'm going to kind of resize this so you can see it on the video. And Camera Raw will allow you to edit pictures. So let's go back out for a second and let's select multiples. Let's say I want to edit, I don't know, let's just grab a few here that are awesome. Let's say those 5 are the 5 you're going to edit, and this week you owe me 10 photos. So let's say those are the ones you're going to pick. I'm going to select those. I'm going to hit Command R. To select multiples, you just hold down the Command key while you're selecting them. If you hold it down, you will get multiples. So I'm just going to grab those. I'm going to hit Command R. And it's going to open them all up right here in the bottom here. And this is a down and dirty. This is a really quick way to do some basic edits to photos. This is the way I used to do it. Back when I was learning. So I just turn up my brightness a little bit. I think that may affect the video. So here's a picture, and let's say first of all, if it's a picture inside of a gym, this picture is very yellowy. You can change white balance to auto, and now you can see it's less yellowy. You do the same with this one. And you know what? If it doesn't look better, change it back. Like, that looks a little too blue to me. So I'm going to change that back a little bit and then just change temperature just a tiny bit. Okay. What else can I do? So let's say I have this picture of these students outside. Well, let's say I want to crop it. So I hit the C key for crop. And so now I have this crop thing. Constraint ratio, make sure that's on. And then drag down this. And now we've kind of zoomed in a little bit on these children. Actually, that constraint image did not work, did it? No. So I'm just going to click that lock there and it will. Okay. So maybe I want to get rid of the sky and kind of really crop into them a bit. Okay. Looks a little pretty good right there. And then we hit enter. Okay, there you go. So this girl here, this dancer girl, maybe I want to crop that one. Who knows, you know? So I'm going to do that. Also, just get rid of the extra stuff around there. Maybe I want to do some edits over here on these sliders as well. So exposure, if your picture's a little too dark, you can turn up the slider. This should be somewhere in the middle, so if I start dragging it back and forth, it will change that. Contrast does exactly what you think it does. If you have weird shadows, you can always move the contrast and the shadowing as well. This is just whites, really, really bright. No blacks if you need to add a little bit of black or take it away. Texture, if your picture is just a tiny bit out of focus, add a little bit of texture back. Clarity does that, but even more harsh. Dehaze is great for pictures outside where you have a lot of like fog or clouds. So I'm going to leave that kind of alone. Vibrance adds a little pop of color or takes it away if you like something desaturated. There's other cool things that you can play with in here. Color grading is awesome. I love it. It adds a little bit of like tint to the shadows and highlights. Optics, we're going to talk about later. We got effects. I'm not really going to worry about that as well. Details, just a little bit of noise reduction. If your picture's really, really green, you can make it softer here. Okay, and you can do that if you need to. Once you have edited all of the pictures down here, select them all. I hit Command A to select all of them, and there's a download button right here. It's kind of a save as button. So it's open up in the middle of my screen. And up here, destination, same location. I highly suggest that. Name, what is the project that we're working on? Is it, I don't know, Q1, week 3, composition photos, for example. Make sure the quality is at 12. Leave the default size alone. You don't want to make it smaller. Hit save. Once you do it, down here it's going to tell you how much time you have left. When you're done, you're going to hit done. Please do not, after you just do these changes, just hit done. You actually have to save them or they're not going to take. So I'm going to click done here. And look, I have some new pictures down here. These pictures right here at the bottom are all brand new. Because I've renamed them, remember? So there's that picture of the girls out in the rain, cropped in, dancer, etc. So here are the pictures right there at the bottom that I just edited. That's just basic information about Adobe Bridge and how to do really basic edits inside of Bridge in a program called Adobe Camera Raw. Again, to get to Adobe Camera Raw, you select the photos you want to open and edit. Sometimes it could be all of them, sometimes it could be a few, and you hit Command R and it will open them here. To delete a photograph from Bridge, let me show you that as well. If you had this highlight and you're like, oh, I hate that photo, or my friend looks really dumb, or it's out of focus, if you hit Command Delete, it will say, are you sure? And I say, yes, I am. Once you do that, you cannot get them back. I'm going to delete all these because this is just a demo. Command R, they're gone. And that's the basics on Adobe Bridge. Here's your path, tells you where you are in your computer. You will be in Documents. I have my demo folder on the desktop. Okay, I hope that was helpful, and I will Talk to you soon.